Check, check. Good morning, everybody. Or evening, or whatever. Not sure why my desktop audio isn't working today. Maybe it's just turned way down.
What it do? What it do?
There we go. There we go. I'm not going to play the intro and shit this morning because, quite frankly, it's a little loud for me at this juncture. So we're just going to go with this. Butter them cheeks. Oh, man. What is that song? What song? I don't hear a song. Leaving my comment before I go to bed. I'll listen at work tomorrow. Get the fuck out of here. Go to the land of make-believe, my friend. Go to the... What is it? The Big Rock Candy Mountain. There's a song. Can't you hear it? Oh, boy. I think you might be being invaded by aliens, my friend. Yeah. It's late at night, and Paul doesn't want to play the song because it's loud. Oh, man. Clap them cheeks, yo. Clap them cheeks. Drunk off of 340 ounces. Jesus Christ, sir. You need to stop. What's the vibe for tonight? I don't even know why I'm doing it. I don't even know what I'm doing here. To be quite frank with you. Let me fix this up here. Let me get you guys, get the chat all fixed up. Dinor woke me up whining. Have you done acid before? I want to know what drug you done, Paul's ego. I need to know what drug you done. Whoa. Okay, there we go. That worked. Hello. Chris Chandler. Good morning, Pool. Would give more, but don't want to give YouTube more money. Hey, well, thank you. I appreciate it. Whoa. Now, if that don't look fuzzy, I don't know what do. What's happening here? My preview's in 144p. Oh, good gracious. Are you up super early or super late? Super early. I passed out pretty early last night. And woke up this morning and was like, ring. It's like, all right. Okay. All right, body. All right, brain. I see what you're doing here. Waking up before the sun now, huh? I see what you're up to. PS5 reveal. I mean, who cares? Like who honestly cares? Raise your hand if you honestly care. I mean, it's cool. Maybe I'll get one, but does it need to go beyond that? Really need to hear 15 different types of neckbeard fucking commentate on whether or not they like the new PS4 or whatever. Fucking ultra capitalist nightmare that we live in and such. Consume. I was telling my girlfriend, I was like, I'm hesitant to get these consoles when they first come out because the new game that they pull is that they release these consoles, right? And they're like, this is the newest, baddest ass thing, the most technologically advanced console that ever consoled, man. And then, 6 months later, they're like, it's the PS5 Plus. And you're like, fuck. The PS5 Plus, but I only have a PS5. How much is the PS5 Plus? Same price as the PS5. It's like, so I got to buy this thing twice to get the actual, working top-end version? No, you don't have to buy it twice. It's just that all the games that come out from now on are going to be made enhanced for the PS5 Plus. It's like, okie dokie. Of course, it's a marketing scheme. But it's an expensive marketing scheme. It's like, do I just so for me, like I've learned that if you're going to participate in capitalism, it really pays off to be like patient, you know what I mean? Not be one of these people that just got to have the newest thing the day that it comes out. Because if you wait like a year and a half, it's going to be like a tenth of the price. You can buy one without a fucking disc tray. I know. Thank goodness, finally. I'm not sure why they didn't do that a long time ago. Any literature on unions that would help you out? Not off the top of my head, my friend. Not off the top of my head. It's not 3:30 a.m. And the next remark on what time it is, I'm gonna fire a digital bazooka at. It's like at some point the show has to just kick in for folks. We've got ourselves, a bunch of nutsies from the Robin Hood cartoon. 12 o'clock and all's well. Paul's cranky first thing. Oh, yeah, no idea. It's taking everything that I have in me to not just mass ban pretty much everybody. I wake up very adversarial most days. So I usually just try my damnedest to just separate myself from people in the morning. We all have a right to know what he's building in there. What's he building in there? At least you can work from home and you still have a job. When did I? Anyway. Now I want to ban you. I don't know why, but pretty much reading every one of these is triggering the desire to ban. Maybe this was a bad idea. Maybe the early morning show doesn't work. Oh my God. Is it because see, I have this theory about these really late streams and why the chat in them is completely and utterly worthless. And I think it's because it's a bunch of European people here. And, you know, English is like your 14th language, you know what I mean? And you're just like, ha, 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 ha. Look at the beard, man. Yeah, Belgian. Yeah, I was right. Yeah, it's afternoon in Europe. Yeah. That's what I get. Take a look at the beard, man. Him funny. What do you want to do? Hey, Paul, how many banana can you fit in your butt? Oh, Jesus. And then I did a sex on her. I did a sex. Jesus. Well, I do love your beard. It's not the only reason I watch. Oh, that's good. This is the penultimate stream. This is the one. I'm gonna pin this to my channel page. This stream. This is the one I want everybody to watch. This is what I want my content associated with from here on out. Hello. Paul Zico. Hello. Hey, Paul. Lost my job to COVID. In about 4 months, I lose my lease, so I'll be homeless. Can't get a job. But your streams always cheer me up. Can't be a patron, so thanks for all the free stuff. Sorry to hear that life is so rough right now, my friend. So sorry to hear. Hello. Paulie's #1 stream for to watch while I play RuneScape. You hate the country? Did you see Trump walk down the stairs yesterday? It was a hard watch. No, I didn't. Let's watch Trump walk down the stairs. Let's see how robust he's looking. Trembling Trump has trouble lifting glass during speech. Trembling Trump. trembling Trump. He's trembling again. Trump's bone spurs must have. Okay, let's just watch a few of these. Let's just watch it. Let's just watch a few of these. Let's see what's happening.
It is the legacy purchased with American blood at the crest of Little Round Top, on the crimson beaches of Normandy, in the freezing mud of Bastogne, and the dense jungles of Vietnam. It is the legacy of courageous, selfless, faithful patriots who fought for every inch of dirt with every ounce of strength and every last scrap of heart and drive and grit that they had.
Okay, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be looking for there. Okay, here's the water. Why can't he? Did you see that? I'm just gonna let this. I'm gonna let this run on a loop because I want to. Yeah, what's going on? Yeah, that looks like a drunk guy. You're right. That does. It looks like a drunk guy trying to take a drink without spilling it. That's more than just an awkward sip, man. That's like. So what kind of disease makes it hard to do that? Like what kind of issue makes this? Is it because he can't lean his head back? Being fat with a tight suit. You think that's what it is? Just his suit is too tight and he's like, arthritis, can't grip the cup, Parkinson's. I mean, it could be dementia. I know that like dementia patients have a hard time with their balance when they lean their heads back. Like if you lean your head back as a dementia patient, it's very easy for you to lose your balance. In fact, people with dementia often end up walking, at an angle, like, and Trump definitely stands that way. That's why he looks like a centaur. So it's likely just dementia shit that's happening. What else is what? So what was the stair thing? Because I watched The Water of Doom, and then there's the stairs. Okay, let me get this going. There we go. Stick myself up here. Do. Okay, let's watch Trump struggle with the stairs. Let's see how bad this is. What was that? What was that jaunty little thing he did at the end to try and cover it up? That I gotta see. Watch this little jaunty thing he does at the end to cover it up, though. He's like, no, sir. I'm fine. I love it. Yeah. The president of the United States can barely move anymore on his own. He can barely talk. He can barely drink a glass of water. He can barely walk down a flight of stairs. The man is clearly not steady on his feet. Yeah. And I mean, well, and that's neurological. So put him in a wheelchair, you know. But that doesn't fix the problem. Someone said that he has a mild phobia of stairs, a mild stair phobia. Maybe. I don't know. All right. Somebody said that I should replace should replace that with the tuba. We want the like baby elephant walk, right? Yeah. That's what we're looking for. I don't want a duet. I want okay. And then all we really got to do is come over here and like mute this one. And then wait for the music. Man, that's terrible. That's terrible. That is the worst tuba I've ever heard. All right, maybe this one will be better. Wow, why is there why can nobody play the tuba anymore? That was horrible. Flight of the Tuba Bumblebee. No, I. All right, I'm just going to search for it. Tuba fat guy walk. Okay, there we go. Loop tuba 10 auras. I bet this works. This is exactly what we want.
Y yo trabajo siguiendo obesos.
No. This is a horrible loop. Why can't I Why can't I find the right one? Like all I want is the fat tuba. Yeah, YouTube's tuba selection really has fallen off. You're right. Let's see. Fat guy. Tuba. Walk. Loop. Ten horas de la tuba. Bad arrangement of Stewie's meme music. Will this work? Okay, this is the one we're looking for. I mean, at least this is what we're okay, so I got to be quick with this. So I just got to hit play here and then come here. I guess I didn't hit play. No, I did. All right, it was worth it. Oh boy. That's my favorite part. My favorite part is that jaunty little like maneuver that he does at the end to try and make it look like he's, you know, coming off the stairs with some speed and some like vigor, you know what I mean? That's what you do when you're coming down the stairs and you're like, "Oh, yeah, I can finish these stairs up," you know what I mean? But he just like literally tiptoed down them. And then he's got this weird army guy standing next to him. And I guess it's supposed to look like he's marching with him, like in solidarity. But really, he's just there to catch him. Yeah, that dude there, like he's there just to catch Trump if he should take a fucking header. I mean, look how far forward he's leaning to get down these stairs. Like, you know that's true, right? Like this dude, like this guy is not just like, he's not like the presidential bodyguard or something whose job it is to stay, you know, 5 centimeters from the president at all times. Like, he's there to catch Trump if Trump makes a fucking faceplant. And he's got to have one of these people next to him like all the time now. Because Trump is about to fucking fall over all the time now. Stairs didn't have a railing. Oh, well, that explains it. That explains it. The Marine is looking ahead. Look. I mean, yeah, he's trying to pretend like he's looking ahead, but he's really paying attention to what's happening to Trump here. See, he's looking down at Trump's feet, and then he's really trying to make it look like, I'm just walking with President Trump. It is my job to stay 5 centimeters from President Trump at all time. But watch. Like, yeah, he'll look forward. And he's like, yeah, totally normal. And then he looks down. And then he looks forward. Oh, yeah, yes, sir. And then he looks down. He's watching Trump. You love how this is newsworthy? I mean, it's not necessarily newsworthy. I'm just, you know, it's the middle of fucking morning. He is walking super close, yeah. He's walking super close. His legs can't support his weight. That ain't it, dude. It's balance. He's got balance problems. They really should be holding hands, yeah. Good night, friend. Forget Trump's exact age. Yeah, he's in his 70s. He's like 78 or something. Unless he's hammered, he's got some motor function decline. You think? You think he might have some cognitive decline mixed in there too? Oh yeah, the diaper. Can we see if there's a diaper in this video? I wasn't even really looking. Can we see if there's like diaperage going on when that suit jacket blows up over here? Frame by frame, we will find it. I mean, this may not be the best. This final frame here, though, I think is the frame that insinuates a diaper. Just look at what's trending on Twitter. Oh, shit. Okay. What is trending on Twitter? What? Oh, that's right, because I'm using fucking Chrome, because Chrome's the only thing that works with YouTube now. Isn't that great, by the way, that YouTube has basically, like, stopped working with anything but Chrome? Wunderbar. Okay. Solidarity to you, my friend. Thank you for the Australian $7.99. His tweet about this is the most insecure, pathetic response. Oh boy. Now I really am interested to see what it is. Let's see. All right. So here's Twitter. COVID-19. Trump wears adult diapers. Oh, shit. So they've got, like, these pictures that are supposedly... Oh, this is just showing off that Obama can drink and that he can drink a glass of water with one hand. Be careful browsing Twitter on stream. Why? The problem with browsing Twitter on stream. Like it's, oh yeah, that's right, because titties might come popping out, huh? Is that what you're saying? I don't think any porn is going to be trending. Maybe I'm wrong, though. Trump wears adult diapers is trending with Trump is not well. I don't I don't know. But it seems like that most of the people are just triggering Trump supporters with pictures of Obama looking badass and fit and shit. Like, that seems to be the case. I don't really see any picture of... Yeah. We're basically just trolling him with, like, how unfit he is in comparison to Obama. Here's Obama looking spry, looking self-aware. Here's Obama managing to give a very tasteful short dip to his wife during a close dance. Here's Obama standing straight and looking like you notice how it looks like there's something behind his eyes? Interesting. Donald Trump berserk late night meltdown. Donald Trump has berserk late night meltdown about his inability to walk down a ramp. You knew it was coming. After Donald Trump was unable to make his right arm work correctly today and then took a series of weird and very slow baby steps down a non-steep ramp as if he couldn't control his body at all, the nation began asking questions about what's wrong with his health. Now Trump is throwing a tantrum about it. He tweeted just now, "The ramp that I descended after my West Point commitment speech was very long and steep, had no handrail, and most importantly was very slippery. The last thing I was going to do was fall for the fake news to have fun with. Final 10 feet I ran down to level ground momentum. I ran down to level ground momentum." Yeah, well, that was the aforementioned little jaunty. I ran. I told you he was scared. Yeah. He was scared he was going to fall down a ramp that I can tell just by looking at it. Like, let me just find it for you again. Let me just find it for you again. Like, it seems like there's going to be controversy about this until we watch the whole thing and discuss the whole thing. There he is. Okay. Number one. Okay, this ramp is not steep. What do you guys reckon this grade is? I mean, I'm sure I could figure it out if I had like a fucking protractor and shit, but what do you guys reckon the grade of this ramp that he's going down is? That is not a 45-degree angle. This is not a 45-degree angle. Yeah, like 30, maybe 35-degree angle. That is not a 45-degree angle ramp. That is not a steep ramp. The less steep slopes are the tricky ones. Yeah, no. Yeah, it was, yeah, according to Trump, it was basically like a 90-degree angle. So he says it was a ramp. And it kind of looks like it is a ramp that they've built to make it easier probably for him to get up and down. So this is actually Trump coming up and down the ramp that they built so that he didn't have to walk down the stairs. Because, yeah, it looks like he's just kind of toddling one step, two step. Oh, one step, two step. Yeah, it's a ramp. Antifa planted the slippery ramp. Uh-oh. Oh. And so he says the final 10 feet, he ran down to ground level momentum. Boy. Let's see that run one more time. The final 10 feet, he runs. So I would say he's probably got about 10 feet of ramp left right here. So let's watch this run. There it is. Yep. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That was like 3 steps, and it was not a run. It was like a jaunty little, you know what I mean? I didn't have trouble with this at all. Doodle-doodle-doot-doo, that looked more like a stumble being covered by a fake jog. Yeah, it really does. Not really reacting to Trump gaffes. I mean, just reacting to Trump in general, just looking at Trump's, just kind of examining Trump's situation here. It's also unclear why he thought throwing the word momentum at the end of his tweet would tweet would bolster his argument. What is he, a bowling ball? Nothing about this explanation makes sense. We all know what we saw today. Trump has some kind of severe health condition that is eroding his physical control over his body and appears to be rotting his cognitive ability as well. Damn. That's pretty harsh. I don't know if I'm going to go that far. Invoke the 25th Amendment. It is time. Do it. Yeah, this hashtag here is basically just trolling people with like pictures of Obama because Obama was healthy and shit while he was in office. Trump is unwell. Let's take a look at Trump is unwell. Nope, that's the same thing. Hashtag Trump is unwell, and these are the pictures that people are uploading. Man, people are fucking mean. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, people are really fucking mean, man. Biden is also unwell. Oh, yeah, for sure. Oh, shit. You say Biden is unwell, but look at this. Say what? Thought Biden was unwell. Without context, this seems so mean. I mean, even with context, this is pretty mean. Like, look at this. I mean, it's just people are making image macros showing that both Barack Obama and Joe Biden can drink water without propping up the glass with both hands. I mean, damn. Damn, damn, damn. Oh, shit. Yeah, they're showing it happening again here. I got another two-handed sip. But yeah, these things are just these. This is all just mean-spirited shit here. It's all just being mean to Trump because he's old and Obama's not. Oh shit, somebody did it. It doesn't tell me the 169. It's 169 degrees. Whatever. This isn't. I feel I flunked out of math, so this is telling me nothing. But yes, this. I think this shows you that we're not looking at a very steep ramp here. Using an online protractor tool looks to me like the ramp is about 11-degree downward angle. $11, yeah. Damn. People honestly forget how old Trump is. An 11-degree ramp, dude. And he had to shuffle down it like that. That's not good. That can't be good. Oh shit, the choice is clear. There's a way more recent picture of Uncle Joe, one hand in a glass of water and having no trouble with it. And then there's Trump doing the weird two-hand support drink. It's because he's a hands-on president. I like that. Paul is party line dim now. How can I be party line dim without voting, Dad? Can you explain that to me? Explain that one to me. This is Obama nostalgia at best. Yeah. It really is. I mean, okay, so this is one that I've looked at before here. It's like signs of frontotemporal dementia, right? Stiffness and awkwardness in gait, poor judgment, loss of empathy, socially inappropriate behavior, lack of inhibition, repetitive compulsive behavior, inability to concentrate or plan, frequent abrupt mood changes, speech difficulties, etc. And then here's the stance. Here's the stance of a dementia patient. And here's Donald Trump's centaur stance. It's like It looks almost impossible to stand that way. It's like the laws of physics don't apply to them. So from what I understand, the reason that dementia patients take this kind of a stance is because dementia can cause you to jerk your head backwards. Like you have involuntary kind of spasms that cause your chest and arms and shoulders and neck to kind of jerk back. Trump is dementia? Oh, okay. Whatever you say. An extremely credible source called my office and told me that Barack Obama's birth certificate is a fraud. Oh, you guys remember these days? How amazing. The state health director of verified copies of Obama's birth certificate died in a plane crash today. All others lived. Oh, shit. The good old days of birtherism, man. Good old birtherism. Oh, damn. All right. I guess there was some nudity. There was some nudity in Trump is Unwell. Who would have guessed? The ramp that I descended after my West Point commencement speech was very long and very steep. Had no handrail. Boy. All right, come on. Somebody's really got like Obama nostalgia real bad. Real bad. Look at this meme. Man, this makes me feel like, dude, if people still think that, never mind. I don't even want to go through it again. I feel like I've been through the Obama was a piece of shit argument enough times, but like look at the space that he occupies in some people's minds. Amazing Grace. Yeah, I mean, in comparison, I will admit that Obama is, you know what I mean, vastly superior. Did they add like a big hairy mole to his neck to like make the contrast even better? I've never seen this neck mole on Trump before. So I'm pretty sure they added a mole to the pussy neck. Yeah, they did. They put a mole on his nunt. Look at that. Oh, how weird. That means that like somebody sat down and was like, you know what would make him look even less presidential? A mole. Let me just Photoshop a mole onto his neck. It's like, have you looked at Trump? You really think you need that? Okay. The 25 coolest brothers of all time. Black cool. Sweet. Sweet. What else do we got here? Got Obama chilling. I'm waiting for the first 100-year-old president. Yeah. Trump says he'll go on and do other things if he loses in November. What? Dude, I am not paying you $1, Washington Post, to read a stupid article about Trump. Why would... Trump says he'll go on and do other things if he loses the presidency in November. I guess it's Trump's birthday today. Is that true? I remember on my phone when I was scrolling through some YouTube videos, I like last week I was getting this ad like from one of Trump's kids who really isn't around. Hi, this is Laura Trump. You know, President Trump's birthday is soon, and yada yada. And I'm like, why? Why is this? Stunning poll. Majority of Americans think Trump is racist. Okay. Our choice this fall is not between President Trump and President Perfection. It's between President Trump and a nightmare that would end America as we have known it. The Biden, Schumer, Pelosi Machine by Newt Gingrich. Oh, shit. Oh, shit, man. Every time some supposed conservative or Republican explains why he or she can't be for President Trump, I wonder if they've thought about the alternative, the Biden, Schumer, Pelosi machine. Our choice this fall is not between President Trump and President Perfection. It's between President Trump and a nightmare which would end America as we know it. If Biden wins, it means the turnout will be such that Pelosi remains Speaker, and the Democrats will almost certainly gain control of the Senate. Given control of all three instruments of power, what will the Biden, Schumer, Pelosi team do? Think about it, guys. What will they do? We have solid evidence from California, New York, and Virginia of how radical the Democrats will be if they control the House, the Senate, and the White House. Abortions, even after a baby is born, will be legalized. Wait a minute. Let me reread that. Did I read that right? Beyond this, we have solid evidence from California, New York, and Virginia of how radical the Democrats will be if they control the House, Senate, and the White House. Abortions, even after the baby is born, will be legalized and paid for with tax money? What? That's not abortion anymore. If the baby is born, that's murder. Gun control will be effectively imposed by establishing manufacturer and gun seller liability for any gun used in a crime. Trial lawyers would love it, and they are at the heart of the Democratic coalition. What the fuck? What else is going to happen, man? I mean, I'm glad Newt Gingrich is keeping me on like up on point here. Cuz I didn't know about any of this. I didn't know they were going to legalize post-birth abortion. Abortions after the baby is born. Like, how does that work? Who does that? What? That off-year victory, let's see, with H.R. 1, the first bill voted on this session, and the elections component of the Pelosi $3 trillion bill, it's clear how the Democrats will move to make themselves unbeatable. They've been frustrated by free elections, even when they could win the presidency. They'd only had unified power for 2 years at a time under Clinton and Obama. In both cases, they immediately lost the first off-year elections and then had to contend with Republican houses. That off-year victory led Clinton to compromise on welfare reform, balancing the budget, reforming the Food and Drug Administration, and the federal blah, 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 blah. The current Democratic goal is to create a one-party government, as Democrats have in Chicago. The last Republican mayor served 89 years ago. New York, where Governor Cuomo dominates, and in California. California is, by the way, far from a Democratic-only government. I don't know where he's getting that. Wasn't fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger governor of California not that long ago as a Republican? Like, my whole life has been a bounce back and forth between Republican and Democratic governors of California, so I'm not exactly sure what he's talking about there. This is just weird, man. Expect virtually every significant Trump executive order to be repealed in the first 90 days. Okay. The economic recovery will come to an abrupt halt. You mean the jagged free fall? We're already calling this an economic recovery? And we got wave 2 of COVID to contend with still? Dude, I wonder how weird it must be for a dude like Newt Gingrich, right? Because Newt Gingrich is like, he's like, you may not believe it, but he's a smart dude, right? You may not agree with him, but at least he's got some intelligence about him. And I wonder what it must be like for a dude that's like reasonably intelligent to have to write a puff piece for Donald Trump as he shuffles down the... I wonder what that must be like. That must suck. The next time someone suggests President Trump should not be reelected, ask them if they have thought through what life would be like under a Biden, Schumer, Pelosi machine. Being in Trump's circle is like being a Death Eater. Yeah. I can see the similarities for sure. Maybe we shouldn't protest / riot during a pandemic. Hey, dude, when the time comes, the time comes. I think a lot of these demonstrations happened precisely because of this pandemic. It's like, you know, the pressure on the American electorate is being ramped up. And our corporate system of government is really struggling to deal with anything meaningful. Completely unprepared for a pandemic. Now, you know, 112,000 people have died in this country. You know, by the time I check the news later, it'll probably be 120. You know what I mean? It's just the inability of the current system that we have to properly address the needs of its people is staggering and obvious at this time. COVID is starting to slow down in the Northeast. Well, because here's the thing. It's slowing down in the areas that have taken the most precautions and that have remained in lockdown and have not reopened. And in the areas where they've rushed to reopen the economy, COVID is coming back. And it's like, okay, so goods, services, and people travel between these countries. So what do you think is going to happen? Like the Northeast gets all nice and comfortable because they've flattened their curve. So they reopen the economy, and then a bunch of Californians start pouring into their economy, bringing COVID with them. And here comes the COVID again. It's on an uptick, and like Texas is getting hammered right now. Dallas is considering telling people to stay home again, like closing the economy again. So we've got that going on, the ensuing economic downturn. People are losing their jobs. Jobless claims are at an all-time high. We're looking down the barrel of the biggest hurricane season since we started tracking hurricane seasons. You guys better get ready. Well, I better get ready for that shit because I live in Louisiana. Like we had the earliest first named storm in hurricane season history, I think is what I was reading. Oh, yeah. Giant wave of evictions on the horizon as these no-kick orders run out and states reopen. You know what I mean? To quote Joe Biden, buy a shotgun. Yeah, maybe so, huh? Yeah, the virus, which, of course, the pressure that was put on by the virus helped lead to the riots. So people unemployed, being asked to stay at home, being asked not to go to work, but not being helped at all by their government. Or helped very little by their government, being given a token amount of money. coupled with, just the outrage of yet another black person slaughtered in the streets in broad daylight. Now we got riots. The next 6 months are going to be just chock absolutely full of devastating storms. It's like people are starting to realize that their government just cannot react properly to these types of crises as they pop up. They're starting to realize that the government is not set up to react to these crises properly. It's set up to preserve capital. And sometimes that means letting a lot of people die. And the people that are being let die are now realizing, like, oh, shit. Right, shooting in Atlanta. I mean, it just goes on and on. It's like every time, like I was thinking, like, okay, maybe these protests will slow down now. And then this shit in Atlanta happens. The fucking police chief stepped down, even though, she was completely uninvolved in the shooting whatsoever, just to try and quell what she rightfully assumes is going to be some angry fucking shit. The guy resisted arrest. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what he did. This is what I'm talking about, man. Like, people have been making excuses for cops killing black people in the streets for way too fucking long. There are ways to handle a person who's resisting arrest without shooting them in the fucking head in the streets. He didn't resist arrest, by the way. I don't care. See, that's the thing. They will kick the boot in and try and establish order as things get worse. There will be no acknowledgement of wrongdoing, and the worse it gets, the worse the pigs will get. Yeah. There's a brutal crackdown a-coming. They've been talking about it. They've been, all the signs are pointing at it. There is a brutal, brutal fucking crackdown coming. And it's just a matter of time. But, it's a calculated crackdown because I think that the powers that be realize now may not be the time. We're at like a fulcrum point in history or some shit. Like, I said some shit on a fucking flash fried that got me a bunch of blowback right at the start of this George Floyd shit. It's like the day that it had happened. And we were covering it on Flash Fried. And I said, I don't care if this dude was an accused multiple child murderer. He doesn't deserve to be strangled to death in the streets. That's not how things work in America. People were like, wait a minute now. Like, I'm all for due process, but I'm not, cops can crush accused murderers in this. It's like, what? People are just so used to living in a country where the cops are just unquestionable. Anyone remember the song by NWA that addresses the issues we're dealing with today? Oh, there are a number of songs that NWA released that address the issues that we're dealing with today. But I can remember several in particular. Maybe one in very particular. A lot of people in America are just looking for reasons to be sadistic. We have a lot of abusive elements ingrained into our culture. I mean, there definitely is a heavy sadistic element to a lot of American culture. I'll agree with that. Where is better than America? We're fast running out of arguments for there being a place that's better than America. Things are looking pretty dim everywhere, my friend. Like, this is not just an American apocalypse that's looming. Shit's about to jump off everywhere. You think Canada's doing all right? I want you to do me a favor. I want you to look at that long southern border of Canada and then look at the country that's right on the other side of that. Get back to me. Canada may be doing all right right now, but man, you guys are very unluckily positioned on the global map. Very, you just very unluckily positioned on the global map. Paul, do you have people in your family that are pro-police? I do, and it's frustrating talking to them about this. I do have those people in my family. I actually have a whole swath of my family that are correctional officers, very pro-military, pro-police people. I thankfully have not had to talk with them about this. Thankfully, I don't live in my shitty little hometown anymore, and I have not had to have that conversation with these people. Because I'm telling you, like, it's happened before. I've had these conversations with them before, and it goes nowhere. So there's a very real possibility of civil war. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that, but I will tell you that I think it's a more plausible statement now than I would have thought a year ago. I don't know I don't know that I'm willing to go so far as to say that we teeter on the edge of another civil war, but I think it's I don't know. Like I said, I feel like the American electorate, American citizens in general, especially those of us at the bottom rung, are in like this pressure cooker. And slowly but surely, like, you know what I mean? Over the last 20 years, the pressure's been eked up, not like cranked up, but just like slowly feathered up year by year. And it's like, it's really starting to get insane. Like, I feel something in the air that reminds me of a very scary time in history. It reminds me of 9/11, the type of anger that's in the air and the type of divisiveness and division that's in the air and shit. It reminds me of 9/11, but with different targets. It's like now that anger is turned inward in America, but I feel that same kind of hesitant electric energy that hung over the fucking country for about 10 years after 9/11. Like, I feel that again, but against us. Oh, and make no bones about it, guys. This is an extremely dangerous time to be alive, to be a human being, to be on this planet. This is one of the most dangerous times to be alive that has ever existed. Like, we are on the precipice of so many very dangerous things. ecological collapse, global war, pandemics. The list goes on, and we're actually experiencing a number of those things simultaneously. Mass social unrest and social upheaval. Because make no bones about it, it's not just people in America that are pissed off about the way that the system shits people out and shits on people. That pressure cooker has been slowly but surely turned up and up and up and up on the average person. Doot, 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 doot. Year by year, the family is strained harder. Mom and dad go to work and bring home less. Wages stay flat. Everything costs more. Pressure cooker gets turned up. Doot, 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 doot. Politicians are swept into office with promises of hope and change. And it never comes. Pressure cooker gets turned up. Doot, 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 doot. Because that president was such a resounding failure, a right-wing president gets elected. The racist element to this country gets whipped up. A lot of authoritarian types feel emboldened by his message. Authoritarian types like the cops. Slowly but surely, federal protections that were put in place are stripped. The police are emboldened. The pressure cooker is turned up. Doot, 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 doot. All of a sudden, a virus breaks out in China. The media cover it like it's nothing, like it's removed from us. And the American government and American corporations do nothing to protect us from it. And then all of a sudden, there are millions of cases, hundreds of thousands dead in our country. The pressure cooker turned up. Doot, 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 doot. You know what I mean? Demonstrations brutally cracked down on by the police. The pressure cooker is turned up. Yeah, everyone in the country has semi-automatic carbine rifles. The pressure cooker gets even higher. Pretty crazy time to be alive, folks. I'll take the rapist for 400, Alex. That's therapist. You sound like that guy from Chernobyl giving a rundown of events in the final episode. Kind of. I mean, yeah. I mean, take that same kind of principle of how pressure built in the reactor core and how all of these little systems that were in place as stopgaps failed and the human element failed. And the pressure went higher. And then the government had the chance to do the right thing, to establish a baseline 6-month UBI so that people could stay home and feed their families and not have to worry about going out so that this COVID virus, didn't kill 100,000 people. And instead it decided on a quarter measure. It decided to, give the appearance of doing something and then just immediately send people back to work. The police will change. The police can change. You think the police are going to give up their position? Why do you think the police are such fucking thugs now? It's because their ranks are filled with thugs. No, they're going to continue to beat the fuck out of black people in the streets because they see it as their job to lord over us. Another black person was killed in Atlanta during all of these protests. This is how little they care. We've been slowly but surely since the 80s militarizing these police departments, giving them tanks and like military riot gear and military shotguns and military fucking rifles and sniper rifles and shit. Helicopters. And you think they're just going to be like, oh, yeah, you know what? You're right. Time to go back to the friendly neighborhood policeman, whistling as he walks his beat. Well, how do you do, Mrs. Sanchez? Hey, be good, kids. Stay out of those trash cans. There we go. Well, hi there, kids. How's it going today? Fine, Officer Willoughby. And what are you up to? Just heading to the library to return some books. You don't have any late books, do you? I might have to arrest you. Just kidding. Oh, Officer Willoughby. No. If you think cops ever were this or are interested in becoming this at all, you're fucking crazy. Cops were never this. But this is how most Americans, maybe not most Americans, but this is how a lot of Americans see police officers. Well, gee whiz and willikers, kids. Is that John Goodman before he went to Vietnam? I don't know. It's just old Officer Willoughby. Yeah, you're right. Cops are people. They're people who work jobs that place them in positions of dominance over the rest of us. And then they either choose to abuse that position of power and authority or to remain silent about officers that do so. So you're right. Cops are people who either perpetrate crimes and misuses of power or remain silent when those things are done in their departments. Yeah. And Trump's a person. A good old stream of race baiting and police hating. Is that what you think I'm doing here? Think I'm race baiting and police hating? What have I said about the cops that isn't true? Will your solidarity movement help the police reform? Yes. Because we will show up for them too. See, that's the thing. We will fold them into the solidarity movement. Fold the police unions into the national chapter. And when they're in trouble, when their contract is being fucked with, when they're maybe some local municipality is trying to take away a cop's fucking pension or something, we show up in mass and we shut the fucking place down until they make concessions. And see, now they're working shoulder to shoulder with us. Now we've shown up for them. Now it's harder for them to beat us in the streets. And slowly but surely minds are changed and the culture of police departments has changed. Because they have an actual relationship with their fucking communities again. As they have a commonality, their labor. There's a tie that binds now that doesn't exist. Yeah. I'm telling you guys, I'm still working on things. I'm doing a lot of reading. I'm doing a lot of refining of my union arguments and stuff. But I'll tell you guys, like, in confidence, I really feel like it answers a lot of tough questions that not a lot of people have answers for. Like when you ask, like, how do we end racism? Most people go, well, oh man. People might have various answers for it, but none of them are very optimistic. Like, I think that the idea that I have about strong national labor movement with strong locals over the course of several generations could do more than anything that's ever happened to eliminate racism. Like, I genuinely believe that it addresses that while addressing other things, almost automatically. Look up the statistics of police shootings, dude. It's getting better. Black Lives Matter has power as a group, and they don't want to lose power, just like the cops. It's not just a statistical issue, my friend. And just because things have gotten marginally better doesn't mean that black men and women and children aren't still killed in the streets by cops routinely. Enough is enough, dude. Like, you cannot make excuses. Like, you can be on the right side of history or the wrong side of history. It's your choice. You can be one of these people that tried to downplay police brutality at a time when people were finally fed up with it and finally had had too much of it and were rising up in solidarity against it. You can be one of the people that says, oh, it ain't so bad. Or you can be one of the people that, at the very least, joins the chorus of call-outs. Solidarity like this requires people from different industries holding the lines together, even if not everyone's interest is threatened at a given time. Everyone's interest is threatened when labor is threatened. See, that's the great thing about being in a labor union. When labor is threatened anywhere, it doesn't matter what that job is, you are threatened. Because any concession that is given to the corporation could be coming to a theater near you. You understand? No, labor is the unifier. It's a unifying idea that your time is worth something and that your right to collectively bargain is important. There's a lot more work that needs to be done than just looking at the numbers. Look, dude, I'm not trying to be anti-intellectual here, but if you think that you can't have a conversation about what's going on in this country without digging through the fucking hard data, then I don't know what to tell you. There's a time and a place for that, and there's a time and a place to just sit down and have a fucking conversation about what's going on. My union slowly gives into the company every year because your union has no support. There's not enough solidarity. There's not enough people that are willing to show up and show you support. Your union is dying. It's becoming absorbed into the corporation. People aren't just numbers, and to a certain extent, feelings aren't quantifiable by numbers. And right now we're dealing with an emotional time, and a lot of people have trouble with that. They want to make a data set out of people's emotions. You know what I mean? Sorry. That just doesn't work. Emotions must be suppressed when discussing a problem. I disagree. In fact, I think that there are more than enough room for emotional arguments when discussing a problem. I think that discussing a problem roundly requires the allowance of emotion. Human emotion is a real thing. We live in a culture that tells us to suppress our emotions and vilifies those that don't. But human emotions, anger, righteous indignation, hurt, sadness, sorrow, pain, those things all fucking matter. And if we continue to have a system that refuses to even believe that they exist and or denigrates them, then we're going to continue to have a system that doesn't meet the needs of its people. The salt of life, indeed. Suppression of emotion is a horrible thing. It rots cultures. It rots people from the inside out. It rots nations. And I know that there are whole philosophical lines of thought like Stoicism, which encourage people to do just that, to suppress their emotions, to push forward, to be doers and not feelers. I'm not one of those people. I can't be one of those people. And I refuse to be, I refuse to believe that something so foundational and fundamental between us is useless when discussing society and what's going on in it. Now, numbers are really important, of course. Look at them. Use them when appropriate. But don't be that guy that just poo-poos people standing around and being angry. They have every right to be angry. If you're an American citizen that isn't a multimillionaire, you have every right to be angry. Especially if you're a black citizen. But all of us have every fucking right to be angry. For multiple reasons. We've been cheated. You see? I didn't say to act based on fucking feelings and emotions. That's not what we're doing. What are we acting on here tonight? Like, see this type of stupid shit. We're not acting on anything. We're having a conversation. We're talking. We're being human beings together and talking about the crazy fucking world that we live in. That we're watching unravel at the seams like an old fucking sweater that's been moth chewed. What decisions are we making? You know what I mean? Like, get the fuck out of here. Yeah, I'm not going to, like, when it comes time to pull the lever, I'm not going to go like, this is for how mad I am. I'll look at the numbers, okay? But there's no lever. There's nothing to be done. We're commiserating. See, it's a common human thing. Back to do some more polishing. Praise be to you. May your wisdom guide us. Don't look to me for wisdom, my friend, but thank you for the $5. It's an excuse to invalidate my argument. Yes, of course. The police do good for the world. It can't be all bad like people make it seem. Yeah, the police do good, but here's the thing. Those good guy police, guarantee you they know somebody who's taking advantage of the system. Do most of them come forward about it? No. They allow it to happen. There goes your good guy theory. If there were a lot of good guy cops, like real, genuine, good people that are cops, there'd be a lot more turnover in police departments. Last time I checked, there's a lot of employee retention in police departments. There are 50 million interactions with the police within a year, so mostly good. Does that excuse? So that's your excuse? Is that the outlier is a man getting his windpipe crushed in broad daylight in front of a bunch of other people who do nothing? Oh, your boots. Oh, I can taste the shinola. You sat down and got them clean today, didn't you, sir? Shut up and keep licking. Oh. Tastes like tear gas and blood, yeah. Oh, yeah. Can taste the hippie blood on your boots, sir. What a world. Fair enough. Have more money anyway. Love the content. Well, salute for that. People have a really hard time understanding the difference between systemic and individual problems. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think that a lot of people, I think that a lot of people are just honestly like afraid, and they've got their own ways of dealing with it, you know. The data-driven guy is the guy that believes that there is order in numbers. He's been taught that there's order in numbers. And that's really all we have to that's how he keeps himself from fucking screaming, right? Just grabbing two fistfuls of his hair and ripping it out. And then there's a guy like me where it's like, I do these with you guys. It's a little release valve for me. I come on and I talk about how fucked up shit is, and I try and laugh at it, and I get angry at it. I think there's room for both of us at the table, my friend. You crunch the data, and I'll lead the union fucking organizing meeting. You should become a cop, though. See how you handle it. I would never become a cop. Especially not now. Paul the mouthpiece. Yeah, fine. You give me the data and I'll package it in a way that'll fire people the fuck up. My girlfriend's dad said the bystanders should have stopped the cop if they really thought he was going to kill Floyd. Yeah, right. Oh, yeah. You know what happens to people who rush the cops? They get bullet holes. To quote the great Bobby Schmurder, if you rush the cops, everybody catching bullet holes. So, yeah, no, that's not an option in our culture. You don't, 5 or 6 people standing on the street, don't rush 3 or 4 cops. I wish I could do the Schmurder dance, man. I'm too fat, too white. Paul standing on his soapbox. Hell yeah. You ought to pull one up too. You ought to pull up your own soapbox. We need more fucking people up on soapboxes. I mean, we've got this internet thing is like the greatest soapbox humanity has ever had. You know what I mean? Think for how long people that wanted to talk shit about things were limited to standing around on a street corner and hoping people listened to 2 or 3 syllables of what they had to say. Now you got like the internet. You can go find like-minded people or people that are not like-minded and engage with them. What are your thoughts on 6ix9ine? I don't know. I mean, I've liked some of the songs that I've heard. I don't like that. I don't know. I don't want to go down the fucking rabbit hole of Tekashi 6ix9ine. Okay, I know a lot about his past, and I know a lot about what he went to prison for, and I know a lot about what he's done since he's gotten out of prison. But I just don't really want to talk about it. Like, it's not all that relevant to me right now. Like, it's not even bad shit. It's just, I just don't want to fucking start talking about Tekashi 6ix9ine right now. I don't care. You mean rat hole? Yeah. I don't want to fall down the rat hole. You have a post-apocalypse plan? Yeah, I'm going to make my way west to the Pacific Ocean. And I'm going to sit on the beach until I die. I would love to have a soapbox and cultivate an audience, but I'm not sure I'd be able to attract an audience, though. I mostly pull my positions from others that make valid arguments for their positions. Well, I can tell you one thing. You will never cultivate an audience if you don't try. So you're right there. You can be absolutely guaranteed you'll never get an audience if you never put anything out there. So, Paul, if I get cancer, I want you to shave your beard so I can wear it like a wig. No. No. You can't have my beard. I'm sorry that you don't even have cancer, so what am I sorry for? No, cancer, you cannot have my beard. You don't just get to lay claim to a person's facial hair. It's not the way it works. That's true. I have a computer, I have a mic. Who the fuck is stopping me? You got me there. I mean, yeah. And look, the chances are you're not going to get much of an audience at first. But see, it's all about like refinement and positioning and engagement, right? So You know, you hang out with me. So make videos at me or make videos directed at things that are interesting to me. You know, TJ, you know, Vosh, you know, these, you know, because that's really how you get an audience, is like other like-minded people's audiences feed into your audience. So, yeah, start, you know, making videos that are not necessarily aimed directly at a person, but aimed at their ideology, and see if one of them picks it up. It's all about not having an annoying voice. That's true. That does help. Practicing like enunciation, practicing extemporaneous speech, doing a little improv practice. Those types of things can all really help. Like if you're actually serious about garnering an audience. Like if you turn on your webcam and you're like,
hey guys, it's the Philosophizer 2272 here. And I'm going to talk to you guys today about recent goings on in the right wing, kind of in the right kind of the sphere, the right wing. Now there's a, you know, as everyone, as I'm sure everyone knows, there's a, you know, there's protests right now going on. Many black people, many people of color are angry, and there have been riots, and
nobody's going to listen to that. Nobody's going to listen to it. You can also create things that aren't videos. Yeah, that's true. You don't just have to use YouTube. Like, you can be a painter and then put your paint, you know, be a political painter, paint politically charged paintings, and then put that shit on Instagram. Like, you don't have to talk. You don't have to be like a personality. It's not even really about passion. It's about practicing and getting comfortable with speaking and constantly refining your argument and refining your presentation. If you're willing to do that, you can do the whole personality thing, but you don't have to. Make music, make art, make these fucking edits. Like there's that dude, what's his name? Fuck, I can't remember his name now. But he makes a lot of really good political edits. He was the guy that, like, I think I pulled from one of his videos. What's his name? He does all those Steve Harvey doesn't want to do the show anymore kind of compilations and Trump compilations. What is his fucking name? It's going to drive me nuts. Oh yeah, Vic Berger. Yeah, Vic Berger. So be Vic Berger. If you don't have a good voice, you don't want to work on that, or you're shy or whatever, don't try and force the personality angle of it. Just chop up, learn how to make slick edits and chop up videos and shit. It's a number of things you can do. Me too, Marshall. I always fucking forget Willem Dafoe's name. There's a number of people whose names I always forget. It's pretty crazy. How could you? I don't know. It's just like it's not stuck there in my head. I'm bad with names anyway. So... writing is a good way to convey an idea, albeit to a smaller audience. Sure. All right, well, it's been real. It's been almost 2 hours. Fuck this shit. Sun's all up now, and I don't know what this was. What was this? What did we do? What did we talk about? What happened? I don't know. But I guess I'll see you guys next time.